Don't let them take no more of our freedoms from us every day. They want to come into our homes and take our guns and faith away. Oh, they're insane. Oh, they keep pushing their lies on us every way. If you come for my family, then there's gonna be hell to pay. These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't run.
Ticking time bomb, stop, drop, roll. Finger on the button, who's got control? Weaponize the news every time I scroll. Come for my guns, but I lock and load. Prime from my hands when I go cold. Pray to the Lord, but they want your soul. They gonna have problems if they come to my home. Till they get my message, I'ma say it slow. Scrolling through the news, anxiety, it starts to hit me. Bible by my pistol by my whiskey. Politicking just to trick me. If you want it, come and get me. But if you sliding through that door, it's a Sammy. Fight for the stripes, but the blood still dripping to the grave, all waving and the flag still whipping. They want my liberty, they won't strip it. They want my land, they won't get it. My grandfather's blue collar's dirty and frayed, cause he keeps rolling in his grave for what they did to this place.
These colors don't run, and neither do I. We come from a long line of fighting this fight. This flag's gonna fly when it's all said and done. These colors don't run. No, these colors don't run. These colors don't.
Hey, everybody. I hope y'all are having a pretty good day considering. I tell you what. Hey, Carrie, good to see you. Hey, Diane, good to see you, my friend. Love you. I leave my phone at the house to take Sky to the doctor, and all crap breaks loose. Didn't know nothing till I got home. Hey, Happy. Good to see you. But, you know what? Hey, Bitbot. Good to see you, my friend. Love you. In the end, God wins. They might had took another patriot away from us, but in the end, no matter what they do, God wins. And boy, have I been getting slammed. So, I tried. Hey, Tamara, good to see you. Love you. I've tried to get as much as I can, but y'all know me. I tried. Hey, Gator Girl, good to see you, my friend. Okay, let me see. See, I had tonight planned out to give y'all a little glimpse into my country life, but the left had to take it away. So, we're going to I'm going to show y'all what I've gotten so far. I think I'm having one of them space out moments. Let me see. Oh, yeah, I'll start with this one. I think our house is, oh man, let me get the remote control. I probably can hear that. Okay, got that fixed. I hope y'all wasn't listening to my music. Okay, now back to what I was saying. The house, the Senate, I haven't seen anything, but today they was doing a vote in the House about the time Charlie got assassinated. Yes, I'll say it, YouTube. Go ahead, do what you want to me, because to me he was assassinated, and one of our Congress people asked to have a moment of prayer for Charlie. And just watch what they did. And Mike, he's the leader. He should have said, hey, let's take a moment. But no, he cowered down. So just listen to this.
What purpose does the gentlelady from Colorado rise? Let's wait a minute. The House will be in order. 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 We will join prayer right after this, okay?
Now that's messed up. Really. I mean, it's disgusting. Disgraceful. Low down. Mike should have said, hey, we're taking this moment and pray. Like I was raised, actions speak louder than words. And right there, that action he just took spoke a lot to me about what type of a person he is, which I kind of had my doubts about him anyway. But right there just cleared it up for me. And then I got sent this. This is the governor of Utah, where it happened. And I think I kind of like him. I don't know. But I think I do. Listen to how he words things.
Very clear that this is a political assassination. We are celebrating 250 years of the founding of this great nation. That founding document, the Declaration of Independence, that this great experiment on which we embarked together 250 years ago, that we are endowed by our Creator with certain unalienable rights. The first one of those is life. And today, a life was taken. Charlie Kirk was first and foremost a husband and a dad to two young children. He was also very much politically involved, and that's why he was here on campus. Charlie believed in the power of free speech and debate to shape ideas and to persuade people. Historically, our university campuses in this nation and here in the state of Utah have been the place where truth and ideas are formulated and debated. And that's what he does. He comes on college campuses and he debates. That is foundational to the formation of our country, to our most basic constitutional rights. And when someone takes the life of a person because of their ideas or their ideals, then that very constitutional foundation is threatened. Now, we have a person of interest in custody. The investigation is ongoing. But I want to make it crystal clear right now, to whoever did this, we will find you. We will try you. And we will hold you accountable to the furthest extent of the law. And I just want to remind people that we still have the death penalty here in the state of Utah. Our nation is broken. We've had political assassinations recently in Minnesota. We had an attempted assassination on the governor of Pennsylvania. And we had an attempted assassination on a presidential candidate and former president of the United States, and now current president of the United States. Nothing I say can unite us as a country. Nothing I can say right now can fix what is broken. Nothing I can say can bring back Charlie Kirk. Our hearts are broken. We mourn with his wife, his children, his family, his friends. We mourn as a nation. If anyone in the sound of my voice celebrated even a little bit at the news of this shooting, I would beg you to look in the mirror and to see if you can find a better angel in there somewhere. I don't care what his politics are. I care that he was an American. We desperately need our country. We desperately need leaders in our country. But more than the leaders, we just need every single person in this country to think about where we are and where we want to be. To ask ourselves, is this it? Is this what 250 years has wrought on us? I pray that that's not the case. I pray that those who hated what Charlie Kirk stood for will put down their social media and their pens and pray for his family, and that all of us will try to find a way to stop hating our fellow Americans. With that, we're happy to take a few questions.
That was the best news press I've heard in a long time. I don't know. He just had common sense. And you know, as well as I do. Look, they tried to take Trump out 3 times that we know of. The report said there was more that wasn't spoken of. They've It's just ridiculous how many that they've tried to harm. And you know what I believe? And Jesse Waters said this, which I didn't have time to edit it to fix it. And I told my best friend today this, and I believe they agreed with me. Yeah. Yeah, I think they did. They're just trying to scare us. They're trying to scare us to back down, to shut up, to sit in a corner, pretty much. That's how I feel, anyway. But you know what? Charlie wouldn't want us to get in a corner and cry and hide and be scared. He went into colleges. He went into the colleges like Gutfield, I believe, said it. In the belly of the beast. He went in there where they was getting brainwashed. He went in there and had debates. And he reached many, 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 many children by showing them the facts and debating them, showing them the proof, showing them the receipts. And from what I've heard, everybody's been warning Charlie to watch out. But he wasn't scared. We can't be scared. We've got to say our truth, and we've got to keep standing and fighting. I know a lot of people, this is hurts really hard. It hurt. I mean, it hurts. But a lot of people will probably go in that corner or cover their head up. But I didn't know Charlie. But from what I've heard about him, he wouldn't want that. So we're just going to have to do our part and keep speaking the truth like he did and keep showing the facts. They want us in a war. That's what they're trying to push us into. But see, we got common sense and we're smarter. We're not falling for their tricks. We'll just keep on our same path, speaking the truth and opening eyes. Hey Priscilla, good to see you. Yeah, Chris. For the Democrats and really the extreme leftists, he was a threat like Trump is. And like anybody that has a voice and that's changing. They think they can get the bigger ones, that us smaller fish will shut up and fall in line. but they're mistaken because it makes us stronger and makes us want to fight more, so they will be proud of us. And we just have to put our faith and trust in God, because we know how this all ends. It all ends. God wins in the end. And we know how this story and this book's been written. We've read the end of the book. We've just got to trust and believe. Chris, they ain't not one racist. I don't even believe they know what that word means. They just throw it around like nothing. Like Nazi. They just throw them words around. They don't even know what it means. I wouldn't pay no attention to them. They're just full of hate and anger. And we just have to keep praying for them. I know it's hard. I've seen something. I don't know if this is true, but I've seen this post. If it is, it's gonna get serious. I've seen a post where I believe this was another trans. I'll say it, another trans shooting. So if it is, it's going to get serious, I believe. Yeah, Charlie's opened up many people's eyes, especially the youth. Even Sky likes Charlie. I mean, she didn't really know him. See if I can try this again. It doesn't. What in the crap? You may know how to turn notifications off. It's getting on my last nerve. I guess. Let me see. I got the sound off. Let me see. I'll put you in airplane mode. That's what I'll do. Where's that at? You're going in airplane mode. Sorry, y'all. But within 1 second. Okay, I think I got it fixed. I know, Priscilla. It's nothing that we grew up with. You have to keep your head on the swivel. You have to keep watching everywhere. I know when I was growing up, you could speak your mind and talk to people. Now you're scared to say anything to anybody. Like whenever I go to a store or something, I'll look at the ground. I won't look nobody in the eye because you don't know if they're having a bad day or what anymore. But we just got to believe and trust in God. He he's in control. He has a plan. We just have to trust in the plan. Oh, then I seen got a little bit more news that I got earlier before I got home and seen everything. This is about well, we're waiting till the national anthem, and I think tonight we'll dedicate it to Charlie tonight. How's Miss Liberty doing, Gator Girl? $2 minutes. Pass it back. Pass it back to Tamara. But I won't know Sky's results probably until tomorrow evening, or it may be the next day because they're behind, is what they said when we left today. So I'm still praying good results. She doesn't have to get another infusion. So, and remember Ricky in your prayers still, and Sandy, and Tracy, and Gator Girl, everybody in our family. Stormtrooper, Sherry, just keep everyone in your prayers. Yeah, Sherry. Thank you. Because we know prayer works. Three, two, one. You say again, you say the dawns are near. I'm so proud we at twilight waits, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the pale walls, for the rains were so good. And the rockets reflect the winds bursting through the night, and their flags see us as stone. And USA, 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 USA. Thank y'all very much. I forgot there's a lag. I forgot there was a lag. So, let me see. This was the other news I was talking about that I got earlier while I was waiting on Sky to get ready. This is, we got another ship out there that had drugs on it. So here's
the Coast Guard blowing up a suspected drug boat as part of Operation Pacific Viper. It comes as the Trump administration targets Venezuela's drug trade. And Griff Jenkins joins us live in Washington with the details. Hey, Griff.
Hey, Ainsley, good morning. Another narco boat going up in flames, this time at the hands of the Coast Guard, south of the Galapagos Islands in the Pacific. Watch this. The Coast Guard posting on X saying over the weekend, as part of Operation Pacific Viper, the Coast Guard cutter Stone conducted 3 interdictions in a single night, seizing nearly 13,000 pounds of cocaine and apprehending 7 suspected drug smugglers. And while this operation was more of a law enforcement interdiction rather than a shoot-to-kill military strike like we recently saw over a week ago with that Venezuelan narco boat, all of this is part of the Trump administration's crackdown on cartels, as Secretary Hegseth told our colleague Rachel this morning.
President Trump has declared war on the cartels. What is the mission? What's your mission?
Well, protect the homeland, protect the American people. Core national interests, the safety of the American people. Stop the killing, stop the poisoning of the American people. It's as simple as that. I mean, how long have drug cartels waged war on our communities, on our families, on our young people, on our streets? Violent cartels that made their way easily across the southern border under Joe Biden and his disastrous policy. So President Trump's locking the border down.
And we may see more of those videos, Ainsley. A Coast Guard spokesman telling me last night that they are surging additional cutters, resources, and tactical teams to go after the cartels. Ainsley?
So we're not missing. We're taking them out one way or the other. Praying, Shannon, for your aunt. Good to see you, my friend. And then this is part of Pete showing us the ship that's sitting out there that's taking care of the cartel in the water.
Let me just set the stage for you. I met the Secretary of War at Joint Base Andrews in Washington, D.C. Then we went from there to on his plane to Puerto Rico. And at Puerto Rico, he addressed the troops who are also going to be involved in this mission. And then we took an Osprey off to this amphibious assault vessel, the USS Iwo Jima. And as you will see, he describes it as an island of American power. I want you to see this vessel, and we'll come back on the other side, and I'll tell you more about this mission against the cartels.
Welcome to the War Department, ladies and gentlemen. You, right now, here in Puerto Rico and around the Caribbean, are on the front lines for the American people. It's pretty impressive, huh, Rachel?
It's very, very impressive.
I mean, it is American power projection.
Hello.
No question.
It is no other country in the world has this or can maintain this or can do this in real time. I mean, just lined up on here is more firepower than most countries have, especially in certain parts of the world. So obviously President Trump wants to project power in order to maintain peace. And this is in some ways a giant flotilla of peace, trying to make sure we stay strong.
So that's our warship out there. Going to take care of the cartels.
Yeah.
Hey, Kerry, good to see you.
Hello, everybody. You know, I was thinking today that, the Democrats don't even have to worry about security because there ain't none of us crazy enough to go up and try to kill one of them. You know?
That's true. Look at all they do to us and all they call us, and just about the meanest thing I believe that I've ever called one, and that people around me that I know has ever called you, is crazy lunatics.
Yeah.
That's about the worst that we've said, and then they say that we're full of hate.
Well,
I don't see it.
Turning Point, him and Turning Point was in Orlando. Yeah, I guess they were too. They were in Tampa a couple weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
And you see these, just like that guy that they arrested. You see people that age out there with signs, "Death to Charlie Kirk," "Die Charlie," all over the place in Tampa. And I'm thinking, how sick is that? What do they really? I guess they really thought it.
Yeah, there's good and bad in both sides. Like Tracy said, her neighbor is a Democrat, and Tracy loves her. They're good and bad. I mean, there's some bad Republicans I wouldn't want to hang around with.
That's true,
And
but
there's some Democrats.
they're not really Republicans.
Yeah, but they claim as
That's true.
one. Like
That's
some
true.
of these Democrats, I don't believe they're Democrats.
Yeah, I'm not the Republican, but the conservative Christian. Conservative Christians would never think of it.
Yeah.
Republican just a name that the other side of the bird. Really, we're a different crew. There's no name set up for it yet.
I believe.
Except for the conservative Christian side.
I call myself a mega.
Mega, yeah.
I mean,
but,
that's my. I don't say I'm Republican or conservative.
No,
I'm
I don't
mega.
either. I never say I'm Republican. Never, ever.
You take that if you want it, but hey, my whole family says that. And
it's just like
we run into people and they say, "What party are you?" And we say mega, and they'll just roll their eyes at us like we're crazy.
We need to come up with another term for constitutional. Yeah. Oh boy, I'm all. Phew. I'm still not over it.
Yep, that's right, Tracy.
Your title, Constitutional Republic. We need to bring that down to more layman terms, like, some not Republican, but, maybe we just, no, it's not mega either. Maybe just representative. Maybe we're a representative party because we're supposed to be representative.
Well, I'm a patriot first and foremost.
Yep.
And I'm an American, like Tracy said, American patriot.
Bring back the Patriot Party. Yeah, but when you talk about democracy, you can't come back with a constitutional republic. It's kind of long and drawn out. We need something snappy to, mean the same thing as a constitutional, a representative, representative type vote, the patriot vote. But you can't call it patriot because that's something totally different, I think we all thought to think about it and push it out there. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand, but
I mean, you don't could somebody say, I believe in democracy. You don't come right back out and say I'm a constitutional, Republican or representative. It just doesn't come to our heads. Just not something that we
I really don't believe it matters what we call ourselves, as long as we believe in God
we believe in
have
God.
as long as God's in our life. Because
That-
no matter what we call ourselves, the left is going to come up with something
I
to try
was
to
thinking
destroy us.
I was thinking about that earlier today before Charlie got shot. I believe in God, country, family, and spiritual family. That's my 4 main goals in life before I hit the sunset.
Well, that's why I always put on like my profiles, God,
And then,
family, and country. Them's my three. That's the order they come in: God first, then my family, and then the country.
yeah, you got to put God. You got to put God first. You have to put God first. And others, some people say family, some people say country. It doesn't really matter there, as long as they're part of your philosophy.
Yep.
Another thing.
And then I get picked about because I said whenever a few people has asked me, why do you put family before country? And I said, because
The country was first.
that's what they tell me. And I'm like, because.
Because
I don't.
you don't have a
It's like
reason.
it shocks me because
Well, you always talk
my
about.
daughter's my life, my soul,
Yeah,
my heart. If anything happened to her, I don't know. No, I
I would.
wouldn't.
I'm probably the
And
same way. I'm thinking, I should be family first. After God.
yeah,
God and
then when
family.
they ask me that, I'm like, just because. I mean,
But
but see though, if I fight for the country, it is really
a
saving
patriot.
her. So really,
The
from what
patriotism
they
means
tell me,
you put the country first. Before family. That's the
yeah,
whole idea. Patriotism. You leave the family and you fight for the country. Uh, yeah.
yeah,
That's
and
the
then
person's own opinion. I don't think it matters either way.
yeah,
Which where you put them in line, they all come together. They're all well, all four that I said are all very important. You know, Main thing is love. Love for God, love for country, love for family, love for spiritual family. You
yeah.
know, that's the main thing. We gotta get love back in our heart. There's too much hate and anger out there.
Well,
And
they kind of make a point because they said, well, you have to love your country to have for your daughter to grow up in a good country. You have to fight for your country to give your daughter a place to live. So I mean, they was giving me good points, but I'm like, still though, I mean, I always say, other than God, nobody or nothing would come before my daughter.
right, your daughter always comes first.
Right.
You're
And
right. Yeah, my
I'm like, so that throws me off. I thought about just erasing it and just put God.
yeah. It's God help the ones that mess with me, mess with my kids.
mess with my family or country.
Yep, I agree. It's just yeah.
I don't know, Diane. Did you hear anything about that, Carrie?
No, haven't heard nothing.
About
No.
security breach with Trump?
They're
Oh, didn't they go out to eat at a restaurant in Washington? And some crazy lunatic come up with a sign and was yelling at them or something? I think I did hear something about that early this morning.
I think everything
Him
got
and Pete
overshadowed.
and JD. There's 4 of them that went to a restaurant last night, and some how do you say opposition? Because I'm going to try not to call them bad names.
Right.
Because I don't want them to win. But the opposition came close to Trump's, from what I heard, and they was holding signs and swinging signs around and everything, and I believe they got upset about it because he got too close to the president and vice president and the defense of war. I mean, the war secretary and Mark Rubio, all of them, all the top dogs. They got too close to him. Yep, Shannon. He's talking about Newscomb.
That's the truth.
Shannon's talking about that song I posted about The Devil is a Democrat
Yeah,
by Tom McDonald.
most definitely. I don't think there's any way you could be a Christian and a Democrat these days. I don't see
Because they
how.
go against the Bible. They go against God so much, it's not even.
You're just like the prayer that they asked for in the House. You know, all the Democrats, no. Like a
Yeah,
bunch of
and
screaming.
Mac Johnson just didn't man up and say, hey, I'm the top dog here. You'll do
I'm the
what I
thought, yeah.
say, and I say we're going to take a moment of prayer. What's a
Right.
minute out of them arguing? I mean, they wouldn't even argue, and they'd just yapping between each other. Well, what's just a minute or less, even 3 or 4 seconds to show some respect? So he's trained. I mean, no. I've been giving him a little bit of benefit of doubt, but he just.
Yeah, he's wishy washy. Just about everybody in there now is. I hate to say it, but you know, tends to be that way.
Okay, Gator Girl. But I don't see why they always say that we're so hateful and we've got evil hearts and all of that. You know, if all of this had happened to them, we would have another summer of love going on.
Yeah.
Burning down buildings and
Oh,
protesting and all this. And here we are, we're staying calm and we're using common sense because we know it's a trap. They're trying to deflect from what we're doing.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely. That's what I'm saying.
We're getting so close to the target that they're getting scared. We're getting so close to the target's what I feel. There's something that's about to come out and they're scared and they're just deflating everything.
My bet my bet on the whole situation, it was a sniper. That the
Yeah,
dude wasn't just somebody in the crowd. It was a sniper somewhere that did that. Especially if it was two shots to the neck, because
or
that
just
poor old boy,
one.
the poor old boy that they arrested, he might be involved. He might have covered up for a sniper. He
It was
might have had
one
some
shot,
one
and
shot
how exact it was.
right in the right in the jugular.
Yep.
Which, you just don't shoot like that. You know, you're not that lucky.
Someone sent me a clip, which, like I said, I didn't have time to get everything together, but it showed where they said, "Is that somebody on top of the roof?" And that they moved over and they was laying down, and then they moved their camera. So I believe there's a lot of people thinking it was a snapper.
Yeah, it was a
Oh,
plane.
Bitbot said there's already a video of a person on the roof.
Yeah, I don't know. I had it. Excuse me. I gotta watch my blood pressure and my breathing, and I had to turn it off. I had to turn it off this afternoon because I just got, I couldn't breathe or nothing. It was heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is, especially as two young children.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah. The baby's not too old.
he's only 31.
Only 31. Yeah, he wasn't
He's
no
a
political.
baby.
He was a baby, right? Dude,
Bitbot put it in chat, Carrie, if you want to look at that one about that person on top of the roof.
okay.
But I was like, 31? That's a baby.
Oh, come on. I'm already logged in. What the stupid thing? Oh, it logged me in. Oh, there you go. There. Well, there's my premonition right there.
Yep.
Hey, government. I thought that at the time, I didn't say anything.
I mean, you kind of, and from what the crowd was saying afterwards on one of the news channels, they was saying that people was up on different levels of the like balconies and things like that. I mean,
Yeah,
right there's a no.
there was plenty of places, somebody could
Yeah, they
hide
can
there.
hide and take a pot shot at you.
Yeah, we're going to hear all kinds of things. They'll try to they'll try to brush it under the carpet. They'll try to steer
Uh,
us with all kinds of different opinions and whatnot. It's already,
Cash said that they have someone in custody, but then Fox says they are still searching. Is what people said. So
yeah,
I heard they had somebody in custody too, and it wasn't that older man
no,
that they thought it wasn't him, it was somebody else. And that it was a trans person. Is what I heard. Or what was sent to me.
yeah. They're trying to say it's a tranny type person, but they're
Yeah, but he ain't got proof until they
no. That
come
was a
out with the name and everything and do the background check to find out all
that
that.
that was
So
a
I
down
didn't
and out.
believe it.
I've shot enough rifles, enough weapons to know that that's an impossible shot for somebody in a stand to take without having to set up, to do it. You just
I
don't
believe
pull
they
something
said
out.
it was 200 bit by. Do you remember how far it was I don't know if you was watching the same news
Yeah,
news
that was a good
200 yards
that was
away or something like
yeah,
that.
yeah, that was a good 200 yards.
Yeah, I believe they said 200 yards away.
Yeah. Now the stands would be about 100 yards. Uh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. With
But
all the people there, it's impossible to cover, and make a shot like that. You know,
yeah, Tracy said 200 yards.
that's what you call a kill shot. You know, uh, no playing around.
I don't know. I just wish they would just stop. Just stop. Just talk. Let's just get together and just talk.
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 Why you have to kill people? Why do you have to hate people? Why did you know? And these people won't even talk to you. You know,
No, they won't.
they won't even talk to you. They won't carry on a conversation. You know, I wish he would die.
It's like they can smell.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like they can
The only
smell
thing they
it
make,
on us. Like we're a mega. They can smell it and they'll just turn their nose up and start ranting and raving. I'm like,
I wish I was 10 years younger. I'd be out there, uh, probably get myself shot.
welcome back, Gator Girl.
But he had, they talked to him about, you know, getting into
Yep.
politics more and running for stuff, but he just didn't want that. He was no threat to anybody as far as
No.
the political point of view. He had his opinion on abortion, and
He
we all
he
have.
was he was concerned about the children like all of us are. He was trying to reach the children because he dropped out of college because he seen how they was trying to control his mind and make him think certain ways. He dropped out of college
Right,
and
but it
started
wasn't doing him any
this.
good. He
And
probably smarter.
children was his passion. He was wanting to reach the children to help them decide what they wanted to have a different opinion. He wasn't hurting nobody. He was trying to save the children.
They didn't like it because of his debates. He would always come out on top. He would always
Yep.
he would always do them in every time. You know,
Well, facts
he was
talks. When
he
you
was
got
spot on with
facts,
he was spot on with his facts, and he put them out there, presented them, and people hated it.
Big Bot says Turning Point has become a worldwide organization. They are active over in Europe, and they don't like it. No, they don't. Europe don't like it.
No, they don't like it one bit.
Europe is having their own problem going on.
Well, they're messing with $1 billion industry. The baby parts and all that. It's but still, you don't. Yeah, it happens all the time. Like
Hey,
the
Pretty
CEO,
Bonza. Good to see you, my friend.
like the CEO and all them people that's been killed. It's just
Yeah. I just wish they would just stop killing us.
Hey, Party Bonza.
Just stop. Just stop it. Just leave us alone. You think about we really don't bother them. We
No.
say, or I do, we most of us says, you do you and I'll do me, just don't push it on me.
Right. You can do whatever you
And
want to,
yeah, just don't push it on me or my
and don't
family.
my kids. Leave my kids alone. You can talk to
Yeah,
me all you want to about it, but leave my kids alone.
that's all we say. And then
Yeah.
here they are taking us out one by one.
Yeah. It's and they did away with Roe v. Wade, but it went to the states, and states where it's supposed to be. That's where our country is supposed to be run. It's supposed to be run by the states, the state laws, and then the federal government's supposed to protect those laws. That's it. Not make new laws on the states. It's supposed to protect the country and protect the laws that the states put forward. But they took it out of the states' hands, and they try to run the whole blooming thing and make it nationwide, the rules.
Yeah, that's what Party Bonza said. That's all we want. You just do you and just leave us alone. Let us take care of our own.
That's right.
They won't. They just keep on and on and on. They just want to instigate and get us all flustered.
They want to run us. They want to rule the world. They want to be Pinky in the brain.
Well, I hate to tell them, they'll have to take my last breath to run me. I think for myself and act for myself, which gets me in trouble, but y'all know me. I'm going to say and do what I'm going to say and do.
Yeah, I'm afraid it's going to get a lot worse.
Yeah,
because of these type people. I mean, when you see them lined up on the street, with signs like that, they're going to be one that really could, get to them and eat into them. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And then here's this lady, the Ukrainian. I can't pronounce her name.
Ukrainian?
I don't want to slaughter her name.
Right.
But here's a little clip on her, and I mean, she wasn't doing it. She was just minding her own business from work, and the news even covered that. The news is they gonna face some consequences. They gonna answer for it. They got to sooner or later. But here's a little clip on her, and I want to know where all the protesting is for her.
There's not even reporting.
Like George Floyd. Look at all the protesting that went on with him. Where's this lady's protesting? Because she's white. I said it, and I believe it now. But here's her. Here's a little clip about her.
Greg, the life of the Ukrainian refugee is worth pausing for a moment, or many more moments over. She escaped Putin, embraced the United States, got a job at a pizzeria, was in her uniform, taking public transit on her way home afterwards, and then this guy just stabbed her in the back.
Yeah, but you know what's worse than her murder? According to Brian Stelter, it's posting on social media. That's where he concentrated his concern, his antipathy, and then he says, but it's okay to question it as long as you're Brian Stelter, a fat white guy who should be fired again at CNN. He is one of the reasons why these crimes happen, because anytime you dare question crime, it's jerks, scumbags like him that call you a racist. I'm tired also of the term mental illness being used as a cover for criminality. When a thug targets a woman, that is not insane. He knows she's weaker. When he comes from behind with a knife, that's not insane. He minimizes her ability to inflict harm on him. When the thug flees, that's sane because he knows if he stays, he'll be arrested. So what would be insane would be if he were to face off against a man without a weapon, somebody like a Tyrus. That would be insane. You'd go, okay, that's crazy. But almost all of these people that do this stuff, they go after women. That is not insane. That's self-preservation. This is not insanity. It's an evil mind. And it's an evil mind that is somehow excused in a culture that weaponizes victim status. In this case, mental illness. And what is it about a society that contributes to this? And I say this based on my own personal evidence of being on city streets every single day in New York, that when a homeless person is shouting at people, he's not shouting, "I really made a mess of my life. Boy, I really screwed up." No, his aggression is purely blaming other things and other people. He blames the world, he blames people, he blames you. So we're living in a progressive ideological nightmare where the worst in society is empowered by a sense of victimhood. So when this happens, they will still get people like Brian Stelter that says, "Oh, be careful of the racism," or other people saying, "You know what? We really need to be concerned about our services to the mentally ill," which may or may not be true, but he's not mentally ill. He needs to be executed. Lastly, I asked Grok for a conservative count of the number of times the George Floyd video was played, looking at tweets and social media, Instagram, news networks. It came to a conservative number of 975 million times. That is not counting retweets. So that is a snapshot of this liberal disease, the hierarchy of problems. The media and politicians, people like Stelter, implore you not to cover one problem, but to amplify another one to a destructive degree that leads to riots, leads to dozens of deaths. But do not cover this other thing because that is racist.
Amen.
He's right. I'm with them on that about the mental issue because they've got enough sense to they pick their targets, they choose their weapon, they get there. So I mean, no.
Yeah, he has some good points. When he comes out with them, he's really he uses common sense.
Yeah, he has to get worked up though. he has to. He's like us. We have to get to our breaking point, and then he lets it go. I mean, they throw around that mental illness like it's candy. Like, no. They took time. They thought it out. They knew. They chose what they was going to use. They chose their victim. They chose how to exit. They chose how. I mean,
Did I lose you?
no, I'm here.
Oh, okay. I get quiet.
I was
No, sinuses are
That's
killing
why
me.
Party Bones has said Gutfield had good points. And Chris said that's why I like watching Gutfield. I mean, sometimes he's out of the box. He does say things that isn't appropriate.
Yeah.
I won't let Sky watch him, but some things he does nail it. And when he nails it, I like to show it because he's right on spot.
That's for sure. Yeah, people downgrade him, but yeah, he makes good points. No, he makes some bad, but yeah, we all do. We all do.
Made you watch Gutfield? Party Bonza said that his friend made him watch Gutfield.
Yeah, he has two sides. Yep, serious and funny.
Well, I think he's got like 3 or 4 because
That
he's
makes
got the
for a good
dirty
person.
talking one. He's got the dirty talking one too. I try to avoid that one.
You got to be well rounded.
Yep, he's that. Chris said that he used to watch Glenn Beck too on when he was on TV.
Yeah, I used to listen to Glenn Beck on the radio every day. Glenn Beck's another one. Sometimes he's on it, and sometimes he's way off of it. He's yeah. You got to kind of, listen to what he says. And
Yeah, you kind of have to. Truly, you need to listen to what everybody says
everybody
because you
says,
can't
right,
believe everything.
right.
You have to pay attention to what they say and how they word it because they're sneaky with their words. They can make it sound all good and right and come to find out they was full of crap.
Yeah. Yes. Him.
Out of all of them, I think my favorite one is Jesse.
Yeah, Jesse's good. He
Now
reminds me of
he's my favorite.
he reminds me of Tony Snow. I mean, I miss Tony Snow. He was one of the best people out there as far as journalism news. And then become the White House secretary. He was something else, and he would tell it like it is.
Yeah, I kind of like him because of his backstory about his family's all Democrat and they won't invite them to parties and stuff because it reminds me of my sister. So I think that's what started me liking Jesse, and then I started really listening to him and listening to what he was saying,
Uh-huh.
and he's been pretty much on point.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like this is Operation Mid Blitz. He was talking about. Listen to this one. What do you think about this, Carrie?
I love the smell of deportations in the morning. That's a quote from the president. Just ask this pocket-sized predator. This is Christian Soto. We asked DHS, how small? We're waiting to hear back. But there's still a lot of work to do. Like in Chicago, the ICE Super Bowl kicked off. It's game on, JB back. Ribs doesn't rule his city anymore. It's now Homan's homeland. The invasion's begun. It's dubbed Operation Midway Blitz, and Fox got a ride along and witnessed a bad hombre getting iced in real time. Meet Juan. Juan's an illegal from Mexico, but now calls Chicago home. Juan got iced after trying to touch a 13-year-old.
This is an opportunity for us to go into sanctuary cities and work against these sanctuary city policies and not let them deter ICE from being able to do our work, to go after the worst of the worst, just like the guy behind me who committed sexual assault against a minor.
Liberals want to protect these criminal illegals, and they have one move left. Anytime you see Miller making a move for Juan, blow that whistle.
Everybody?
Because this is our #1 defense system against ICE. This is our community alert system. When ICE is in the area, we're going to be going, preep, 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 preep. And then when ICE actually stops and starts taking people, we're going to go to the whistle, form a crowd, get loud.
To make noise every Wednesday at 6 o'clock, wherever they are, get a little group together, go out, have a sign, blow the whistle, and keep the whistle with you at all times.
Maybe you're at Home Depot. You see Homan eyeing down Jose in the mulch aisle. Whip out your whistle.
If you see ICE thugs doing something, invading a school, a parking lot, a Home Depot, wherever, right, you need to get out your whistle and blow as hard as you can. What they're doing is illegal. It's Gestapo-like, and we have to stop it. We have to commit ourselves to stop it.
Whistles work are in sports. And if you're going to use them to fight crime, not to protect MS-13. Over the weekend in the Windy City, the Whistle Warriors got to work. It was Mexican Independence Day, and this fiesta was loco. First, they cursed out Miller for ruining Mexico's 4th of July.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say it. He is Stephen Miller. Really. He planned it, he orchestrated it, because he knows nobody does it like Chicago for Mexican Independence Day. Nobody does it like here. We show pride, we show love in our community, and for them to purposely plan it, our festivities here were canceled, festivities in Waukegan were canceled.
And like any liberal protest, the PLO made it about themselves.
From Palestine to Mexico! The border walls have got to go!
Now, while LA searches for more Maryland dads rocking Bulls hats, the Supreme Court just unlocked LA. The raids are back on. 6-3 decision. Democrats whined deportations were racist because a majority were Spanish. Kavanaugh said it's common sense. If someone doesn't speak English and they're working as a day laborer and they're Hispanic, reasonable suspicion. In Maryland, an illegal release by a local judge killed a 19-year-old girl and threw her body off a bridge.
This behind me is the house where Dakara Thompson was murdered.
The suspect is 35-year-old Hugo Hernandez Mendez, now facing first and second-degree murder charges, said to be from Guatemala and in the country illegally. Police say Hernandez Mendez murdered Dakara Thompson inside his bedroom in this house. Prince George's County officials say Hernandez Mendez had been arrested by U.S. Park Police for a DUI in April, but he was released from federal custody.
So blow all the whistles you want. If mayors can't protect their cities, Trump's sending in the cavalry.
They've been used by every administration since I've been working for the government. Starting in 1984, every administration's used the Guard and the military on the border, and they've been very beneficial. Look at the crime change in Washington, D.C. Look what they're able to do in Los Angeles. Thank God President Trump called the National Guard in to bring peace.
Hey, Ricky. Good to see ya. Love ya. Hope you're feeling better. You know what?
Okay, bro.
I'll tell you where they can stick their whistles.
Yeah. Why don't they arrest every one of them for impeding investigations? You know?
That's what they need to. But see,
Isn't
we're
that-
not
isn't
like
that part of
that.
the-
We don't do
Isn't
that.
Isn't that part of the law, impeding an investigation? I mean, they try to get it when somebody says something to a cop when they're arresting somebody. You know, round them all up. Round them all up. Investigate them all.
We'll be praying, Ricky. We're
They'll
still
blow
praying
that
for
way.
you.
I imagine so, Ricky.
And they say, and them people standing up for the illegals said that ICE is breaking the law. They're the ones who broke the law crossing the border without.
That people
They're
don't
the
know.
ones.
The people throw the word illegal around. They don't even know what illegal and legal means. It's like I was watching English Rose celebrate her birthday this morning. These people come on and say, "Well, you're illegal." They'll come and ICE will come and take you back to England. No, she went and got her visa and her passports and everything. She had all of her paperwork come in legally. You know, if you
Right.
come in legally, fine.
Yeah.
I had no problem with that. And I don't think anybody else does either.
No.
But they don't, these numbheads don't know the difference between legal and illegal.
Right.
They think anybody can go back and forth across the border.
And
Well-
then that one woman getting upset because of Stephen Miller interrupted her Mexico celebration day of independence. If you're upset about that, then get your
Go back to
butt
Mexico to
back to
celebrate it.
Mexico and celebrate it.
That's what I was thinking with that Democratic Socialist sign they had. They want democratic socialism. Go back to Mexico. That's what you run from. Supposedly, political asylum. They're democratic socialists down there. Stay down there.
And seeing they're trying to take 4th of July away from us, our
Yeah.
Independence Day, and make it June 19th and all this other crap. If they want to celebrate their Independence Day, go to the country that they're celebrating. Celebrate it in that country. Just leave us alone. We want to be left alone. We want to be happy.
I'm on fire, Ricky. I'm burning, burning, burning.
I'm making his blood pressure go up, Ricky.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just think it's crazy. This world's just going crazy. It needs God in it. It needs God back in it. They took God out. They took God out, and you see what happened.
Oh, it went quick too. I mean, it was no time. They took God out of the Democratic Party in 2012. 2012, yeah. 2012. That's a little more than 10 years ago. Look at the country now.
Yeah, but they took God out of school. If I'm
Yeah,
not
long before
mistaken,
that.
about 90, 94, 96.
Yeah.
One of them two's when I graduated high school. Because we couldn't pray my senior year. It was either 94 or 96. I can't remember.
Yeah, somewhere in there. Yeah, and it didn't take long there either to our kids, you know. Our kids, the ones that are in college, say around 2020, 2015 to 2020 were ripe for what they wanted them for, you know.
Yep.
Without God in the schools, they were ripe for the picking then. Now they're trying to start younger.
Yep, they were slowly taking away, and we wouldn't paying attention.
Yeah, Ricky, they took it out in schools like California, and you know they did their tests. They tested a lot early. Back in the 80s, they started little by little, and then they got the consensus going. And by 1996, all the Bibles were out of the schools. All the, you know.
Pledge allegiance.
I think Florida's the only state that still lets them read the Bible and say the prayer in school. If I'm not mistaken, I know they do here. They still have the pledge, the Bible.
I seen some states that was putting back in the prayer and the 10 Commandments and things back into school.
But
I believe Alabama was one that passed the law, and
yeah, I'm not sure.
There's a few more, but I can't remember exactly.
But then again, it's up to the principal and the county too. You know, the county put pressure on the principal, and yeah, it's a big round and round.
Well, I will never regret taking Scott and homeschooler.
No, if you can do it, that's the best
choice I ever made.
Yeah. Yeah, I did with the girls. The only problem is, you know, you have to have they got to have constant supervision, or they won't do it. Most kids. Some kids.
Sky loves it. Sky loves it. I don't have to. She don't never ask me for anything. I mean, she has like an assistant where she clicks on a little button and then if she has a question, she'll ask them. But she ain't never give me any trouble.
Mine always wanted to get a drink, go to the bathroom. They were hungry, you know, all kinds of stuff. It was fun. But I must have done something right, because Sammy's been 2 years. She's been on the honor roll, so I must have done something good.
Yeah.
You know.
Sky passed last year, so I must have done something. With time for learning, they ain't got honor rolls or nothing. You just pass or repeat a certain
I think
class.
I think what conservative people need to do is have their own school. That, well, not a big school, 3 or 4 students. Parents switch off and on. Use these churches that not doing anything during the week. Open up the churches for these homeschoolers, so that have some kind of social activities, but not to the point
Well,
where it's overgrown and handled by the parents, not by.
well, see, we do. Homeschool does. It's in the is in the rules. You have to have so many hours a week of your student being around other students. That's why Sky
Right.
has play dates. That's why she goes to the park or to the library or
Yeah.
certain places. So she does get time with other students and stuff.
Yeah, that's true, but it's hard. How can I say this? It's hard on parents, with work. If they're not working or anything,
Yeah.
it's fine. But if they're working and out, in and out, it's hard to homeschool kids on your own. Very
Yeah.
hard, very hard. It's like we'd get done with school and then we go. I'd take them with me. I was a courier, so they could ride with me. And we do stuff in the car, and well, they had their where their social periods where they met with other kids, but it's still it's hard, if you can't have them with you 100% of the time.
Yeah, it's hard. We're planning, me and 5 more parents, we're planning on having, before it gets really cold again, which will probably be within the next couple of weeks, we're all planning on like having a cookout and a picnic up at Stone Mountain for all the kids.
That's good. Yeah, see, they're just like you said, there's 5 parents together. It's there got to be a good way, for people at homeschool to get with other people and, like I said, either get together at one place or,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm lost on it because, I'm just, yeah, I'm just talking. That was my big.
I think they should find a way. I mean, they have it here. They may in other states find a way to get homeschooled kids into sports instead of like Colton, the little my little friend that I used to babysit some. He his mama finally took him out of regular school and is homeschooling him. And and he loves football. Gator Girl knows that because I seen her a picture of him playing football. But he can't play for his school any longer. And his mama is looking around, and the only thing that we have anywhere in our area is like travel football, travel basketball.
Yeah.
And see, we will have, because most likely I go because he always wants me and Skywit to go to his games. But you go all the way down to the coast. A couple of his games is in South Carolina. A couple of his games is in Tennessee. I mean, when it says travel, you travel.
Yeah, we had teams come here to Florida from Mexico, the travel teams.
Yeah, Florida was one of them that was on one of the schedules. I was like, Lord have mercy.
That's right, Ricky. We sure have.
Now
It's
when we
coming.
played in regular school, we just went to the next town, like CBL or Roaring River or Elkin or the regular schools. We didn't have to go to a whole different state to play a sport. I mean, it's just ridiculous. I mean, they need a better plan.
Yeah, they got the Christian schools and everything, but they saw money in it and they started charging astronomical fees for kids to go to the schools, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
A lot of churches are sitting vacant. You know, they could house a homeschool co-op,
Yeah.
and help the parents out, like they should be doing instead of charging a terrible price for kids to go to a school that's probably not any better than a regular private school. I mean, public school.
Yeah, that's like with sports. I mean, when she does have to go to these other states, that's going to cost a fortune. She has 3 other children she'll
Oh
have to
yeah,
take with her, and
yeah.
then it will cost me and Sky to go because we'll have to get a room somewhere to stay, and it's too expensive. I
Too
mean,
expensive.
they need to fix it.
I mean, it's cost all the way up. I mean, you got the equipment,
Yeah,
you got to keep, you got to maintain it, and
yeah, and he has
keep
to
it,
buy
keep
all
it.
them like his cleats and his helmet, his shoulder pads, his knee pads, his mouth guard. He has to buy all of that stuff.
Yeah, and it's all expensive.
Yep,
Then you got to keep it clean, and you got to have a spare.
yep. And
There's,
that's just
uh,
with football, let alone his basketball and his baseball and his soccer,
I was a
because he's
little
in
league vice.
everything.
I was a little league vice president for 10 years, and I know, boy, oh boy, that stuff's expensive too. We had a pretty big town. We had 2 divisions. I was head of the American League, or no, National League. I'm thinking the opposite team, and then the other side was the American League, and we had all.
Ricky said that talking to you, he said that we've been talking about this day for darn near 20 years.
Yeah, yeah, we have.
No, I
We
told
live.
Amber, I said it's like they say for kids to play sports and to get outside and to exercise and all this. I said there, man, because she said that her and her husband was going to sit tonight and start budgeting out for all the travel expenses and everything, and I'm like, good luck.
Yeah,
I don't know what to tell you. Good luck.
yeah. I pity people in that situation, and now, yeah,
I know now. It's hard.
I used to help out people, with stuff like that, but I can't do it no more. My little income don't go nowhere. But that's what I always did.
Sky cheerleaded there for a little while in elementary school, but and she got where she didn't want she just didn't want to, so she quit. And I didn't blame her. I mean, I was more of a sport person. I played softball and basketball, growing up. Soccer. One sport I never got into was tennis. I just couldn't make myself. My mom wanted me to, but I just couldn't.
And Sammy's into flag waving. She loves flag waving. She she told me this weekend she wanted to play football. I said, "They'll kill you, girl."
No, some of them girls are pretty good.
I said, "You're a little
On
bit of
Colton's
nothing."
team, I'm like, gee, I said, Sky, you sure you don't want to play football?
She said, "It was only flag football, Papa." I said, "That's rough too. They'll tackle you just they'll get a penalty just to tackle you."
Chris said he played tennis when he was in school.
I had to laugh though, little old Sammy wanted to play football.
We did like at PE time, we would play flag football. I would just hide behind the bigger people. I'll just hide behind them. And I had my little crew there. I'd just stand behind them and they just stood there. Nobody could touch me. That's why you don't have to play hard. You got to play smart. That's what I tell Sky.
That's right.
I said, Sky, don't play hard, play smart.
Yeah, that's true. You have to use your head.
Yep. Because if you go out there all wide open, you're going to get hurt. You got to watch the other players, and then you pick who you want to be friends with and close to that will keep you out of trouble and guard you.
If you bring yourself to notice, they tend to go after you.
Mm-hmm.
That's who they tend to go after, the people that, make themselves be seen. And yeah.
Yep. So I would just hide behind them because they was a whole lot bigger and taller than me. I'd just stand behind them. Like the 4th of July when I got behind Danny, Danny and them.
Chris, we used to have our high school golf driving team. Yeah, we went to the driving range. We didn't go we went to the golf course a couple of times, but that's about it. Most of the times it was at the range.
Oh, Bip Bop played golf too.
Yeah.
4.
Putt-putt's pretty.
I can do putt-putt. I like putt-putt.
Yeah.
But regular golf, I don't think I can do good.
That's the most boring game I ever played in my life. That's golf. Anyway.
I'll be your chauffeur, Bit Bop. I'll drive the golf cart around.
I went with my brother one time. And I would putt, but that was it.
Them golf carts look like they'd be fun.
Couple of them I drive, but yeah, no, that's not my game. I always liked basketball, but I got hurt too many times. Had to have knee surgery the last time I got hurt.
I like basketball. Then, when I was younger.
Football too. I lived up in Canton, Ohio, where the Football Hall of Fame is, and was playing backyard football during the Hall of Fame game, and I got hurt and went to the hospital. And I can't think of his name now. Tell a story, can't remember. But the guy was playing in the Hall of Fame. He went to the ABC Wide World of Sports. What was his name? Help me out, bit bites. But I saw him on Wide World Sports. He got hurt during the Hall of Fame game. Then he went on to become, big professional. He was married to the news report. The girl news reporter was on with. Now I can't think of his name either. It's
Tracy
heck to
said
get
she
old.
Tracy said she used to go and watch Phil Nicholson.
Bill Nicholson, yeah. Arnie Palmer, he used to live right near here. He was always around. But
I don't know
anyway, I
any
saw
of
him
them.
at the Wide World of Sports one time. I was about mid 30s, early 40s. I said, "Hey, you remember when you got hurt at the Hall of Fame game?" He says, "Yeah." I says, "You were in the hospital with a kid with about the same type injury?" He goes, "Yeah, his name was Kerry." I said, "That was me, dude." He goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm getting old." But I might think of his name before I get off of here. He was married to a girl. She was with a guy named. They had a early morning talk show. Him and her. Oh well.
I would help you, Carrie, but I just
I'm,
don't know.
I'm showing my age. I can't help it.
Another, I don't know. I guess I need to call it a sport, but I don't consider it a sport. I just consider it as people having fun. Would be bowling. Have you ever went
Bowling.
bowling before? Yeah.
Well, that was my game. I was a pro. I was almost a pro. I didn't quite become a pro, but I bowled with George Pappas and Guppy Troop in a scratch team. I only had a 240 average. They had like 280. I was the low man on the team.
I tried it a couple times. The balls was just so heavy, and I always went in the gutter. So
Yeah,
I quit. I got done fast. I think I went maybe twice with my friends, and that was
I
it.
haven't bowled since '95.
Was
Yeah,
it Kelly something? Ricky said Kelly and someone.
no, it wasn't Kelly. No, Lord have mercy. He was the announcer on Wide World of Sports. Oh man, I guess I could Google it, but I'll lose my place here.
I have no idea.
He had a beautiful, beautiful wife. He died. Uh, oh boy.
It'll come to you.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, Frank Gifford. Frank Gifford. Thank you, Bit Bite. Yeah, Kathy and Frank Gifford. Got it. Nailed it. Thank you, Bit. I knew you could do it. Man, this guy's something else. Good to have on the team, right, Tina?
Yep.
Yeah.
You pick wisely for your team members.
Save my brain. I tell you what. Frank Gifford over and he remembered my name. That's what did it struck me. Yeah, there you go.
Yep, Chris, you're being good tonight. I'm proud of you.
Good going, Chris.
Tracy says BitBots is our Google.
I kind of figured Party Bonzo would come up and help us, but I haven't seen him lately.
He was at the gym when he was in chat.
Oh, he went to the
Yeah,
gym?
he was working out, running.
I missed it.
Said. Well,
Yeah,
I think I'm about ready to get off if you are.
Yeah, I'm ready. It's been a big day. I just had to turn everything off earlier. I just, I couldn't handle it.
And tomorrow, maybe, I don't know. I'll let y'all into a little bit of what I do in the summertime when, well, this year I didn't get to because y'all know I was in the hospital and everything, but what I normally like to do. I will give y'all a glimpse into my life.
There you go.
So y'all better have y'all's popcorn because y'all just wait.
Yeah, I love all you guys. And pray for every night.
Yep.
Y'all do the same for me. I really need it.
We do, Carrie. We pray for each and every one of you.
There you go. I do too. Okay, good night, all.
Okay, good night, Carrie. Well, I'm going to jump off and say mine and Sky's prayers and get her to bed. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Gator Girl, do you have a Bible study tomorrow? Let me see. No? Okay. Well, I will see y'all tomorrow at 8:30 then, since Gator Girl doesn't have Bible study. And I love y'all. Good night, sweet dreams, and be safe. And don't do nothing I wouldn't do.
Every step I take, every stride I make, I look around, sometimes I feel alone. Think about this life I live, only so much time to give. I'm on the run into the unknown. The line I'm walking is straight, one outside I say it ain't fun. I'm not here to impress anyone. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Head down since I left town. Sorry for the letdown. Don't know the next time that I'll be around. When I ask myself why I do what I do, there's a couple reasons, yeah, I can count a few. To all the ones that are proud of me, to all the ones that doubted me, thanks for watching my dreams become reality. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems. We only get one life, sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. Chasing dreams ain't always what it seems we only get one life. Sometimes it's hard to see. Making a difference might be my deliverance. When it comes to freedom, yeah, that's where I find it. The hard path in life can be a lonely one. Not too many walk this road I'm on. This road I'm on. This road I'm on.